Alright, where are we going today?
Brunswick.
New Brunswick. We're driving all the way there?
Yep.
Holy crap. How long of a drive is that?
11 to 13 hours.
Okay. Well, let's get going. Hopefully we don't hit a convoy or anything on the way and all the weather's good, right?
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll experience different types of weather, but hopefully nothing too severe. Anyway, it is February 19th-ish?
Maybe.
18, 19, something like that. Anyway, we're gone for 5 days. We're taking you to New Brunswick, Canada. Here we go.
I'm John, and that's Nikki. Together we bought a 26-foot sailboat for $3,000 and named her Vanilla Tang Tang. We picked up a GoPro camera along the way and learned to use editing software so we could properly document our journeys. Nikki works in administrative healthcare and is also a longtime fitness instructor and personal trainer. I've worked in the auto industry, built airplanes, wrote a couple of fiction novels, and currently work as a shipper in the construction industry. This is our home, Barrie, Ontario, located on the shores of Kempenfelt Bay, the western arm of Lake Simcoe. And this is Cooks Bay, also on Lake Simcoe, and home to our SV Vanilla Tang Tang, about 80 kilometers north of Toronto. Here we go!
How are you feeling about the trip?
I'm stoked. Gonna get some gas. Gas is at $1.50 a liter right now, so that's kind of terrible. Might have been cheaper to fly, but we're gonna do it.
Well, what else have we got to get though? Breakfast.
We're gonna get gas, we're gonna get breakfast, yes. $0.10 cheaper here. Cranberry orange muffin, a large Diet Coke, two breakfast burritos, and a large double-double. Yeah, my code is 0841.
Right, 0841?
Yeah.
Hey, John, just wait for the windows.
Thanks. Thank you. Open. Awesome, thanks.
Strong?
Yep, strong bags.
Oscar for the Best Picture last year.
Film
I love your
questions.
sound
Okay.
effects. I love your sound
All right,
effects.
let's see.
The Father, Sound of Metal, Nomadland. Have you seen
Nomadland.
it?
No, I've seen none of them.
You remember it was Nomadland?
I just think I remember it was Nomadland. Was that? am I right?
Nomadland is correct. It won the
Never
Best
saw it.
Picture last year. John Travolta? Are you a John Travolta fan?
I'm not a fan.
Celebrates his birthday today. You knew that.
I did know
We talked
that.
about this earlier.
Yeah.
Which John Travolta character came first? Was it Danny Zuko from Grease? No. Tony Manero
Ouch.
from Saturday Night Fever?
Well, it's now 7:50. We left an hour and a half ago and got stuck on the 401.
Yep, just past a tractor trailer that slammed into a little car, it looks like, and yeah, we were stuck in that for about 45 minutes, something like that. But on to Kingston.
Onward and eastward, literally.
Yes, literally onward and eastward. That's awesome. There is a massive sheet of ice all the way along the highway, and again, we are stopped.
For the 10th time?
Probably 3-4 times. Anyway, nobody knows how to drive on this, so this is what happens. So nobody can take their time. People are flying by us at like 120, 130, and it's probably about a 60 to 80 kilometer an hour day.
Well, right now
anyway.
we are doing 10 kilometers an hour.
Yes.
It is 9:30. We have been on the road for 3 hours.
Well, 5 now. 5 kilometers.
5 kilometers now. So.
And we're not even close to Kingston. I think we're at Coburg. All right then.
Glad you're driving and not me.
Yeah, it's okay. At least we're not at work.
Honestly, I will take this over
I'll take
work.
this over work. Yeah. I'll be stuck in a traffic jam over work any day.
These tires barely even look like they're catching.
Oh yeah. So.
But it is beautiful.
It is. When do you want to drive to the East Coast? Well, I think we'll pick a day when the highway is a big sheet of ice. That'd be the perfect day to go. Let's do it.
But the sun is shining.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. I got a new pair of sunglasses because I left mine at home. Got everything? You got everything? You got everything? Yeah, got everything.
Perfect.
Except sunglasses.
There it is.
That must not have been very fun.
That's probably, I don't know what, the 5th transport we've seen in the ditch.
I think somebody might have been hurt.
This is the day we chose. Oh man.
Big sheet of ice.
There's a second one. So sad. Alright. Let's hope some free sailing for a while. So here we are. Another transport. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate accident.
Looks pretty bad. Definitely threw his back out on that one.
It's a damper on your day.
Definitely does. Especially when you're trying to make a living. More ice. So.
But then you have somebody who races by because they own a pickup truck. So sorry to all the pickup.
We've already seen a bunch
drivers.
of pickup trucks in a ditch, so you know, they don't do any better than we're doing today.
Now all of a sudden you're shy. Something you didn't do? And there goes another one. How you feeling?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Been on the road for 10 hours.
Eyes are a little heavy.
The high's a little heavy.
Yeah.
He's doing good. We're about 120 kilometers from Quebec City. Looks like it's an old city as well.
Trois Rivières. Yes, probably lots of history here.
All right, the next time you hear from us, we will be in Quebec City.
In the summertime, it's probably nicer. Goes right across the gorge. This is Grand Falls, New Brunswick. Didn't see that.
That's cool. Oh, there he
My favorite is actually Jameson Black Barrel. It's aged in 2 separate barrels.
Okay.
And then bottled, obviously. My second favorite is just straight up Jameson. Partially because I just genuinely like it as a whiskey, but also because of the nostalgia.
Okay.
Small batch.
So what is it about the Michter's bourbon that is fantastic too?
So it's an American bourbon. It's the small batch variety, so it's actually aged, I think, in white oak. I could be wrong. It's one of the longest standing bourbon distillers in America. Honestly, to the point where you're taking sips of it, and it's like looking at different paintings.
What chooses whether you put it in the cupboard or the fridge?
So the only reason the Jameson is in the freezer is because when Jane mixes her drinks, she likes her whiskey cold because it's less harsh. Realistically, if you're going to drink whiskey, it should be room temp with a little bit of ice, because as the ice melts, it actually waters down the whiskey, and it changes the flavor as you drink.
How was that?
It tastes like whiskey.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try mine.
It's doing its job.
I like it. It's meant to be sipped on.
And actually, that whiskey that
You feel
you're
like you can
drinking
breathe
was
fire.
actually aged in
Right?
rum barrels.
I can totally, you can totally tell that. It's
Well,
got
you
the
can taste the
strong
spice to it.
undertone.
Yeah.
Totally.
So it has the
And everything on
I
it.
enjoy smoking it. She likes looking at the differences and.
Yeah. Like, if you can see inside of it, like you can see all the different little pieces of it.
Well, you can see the trichomes. You can
Yeah.
see the THC crystallization.
Yeah. It's really cool.
You can see if it's improperly dehydrated
Yeah.
or not dehydrated.
We want to know.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We want to know what they look like. Okay.
That.
So that is
This
what?
is the other LA Kush cake, but it's by
Okay.
Best Buds instead. These are all new to me because they're all ones that aren't necessarily on the market yet, which is
Okay.
kind of interesting.
So you got all this in the same box?
Yes, all this came in the same box.
Okay.
It's the provincial distributors don't currently stock it.
Yes, some of the provincial distributors don't necessarily stock. This is Cherry Jam by Wagner's. I've actually had this one before. It's actually not bad.
So
this
there's a
one-
book that shows all of everything.
8 strains, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cherry jam.
Cherry Jam.
Okay.
It is definitely euphoric and relaxing. It's not super strong. It's
Okay.
only about 21% THC,
All right.
give or take.
Depending on your
Yeah.
concept of strong.
Strength is usually determined by like
Tolerance.
tolerance.
As well
Like,
as
you
the
know,
amount
if
you
you
smoke.
drink a lot, then
It-
getting drunk is harder. And if you smoke a lot, getting high is harder.
Yes.
This is Powdered Donuts by Weed Me. Purple Farms Genetic Sour Glue by Artisan Batch.
So you're ingesting this too, or
Everything
no?
is smoking. Everything is, all of these is dried flower.
Everything is
so you
smoking.
you
Okay.
could bong, pipe, joint,
Smoking device sitting on.
smoking device.
Really, if you want to,
Okay.
you can also make butter out of it. It just involves
Yeah,
some
you could
rice.
carboxylate it in the oven and make like a butter out of it.
Carboxylate.
Yes.
Is that a
essentially-
word?
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Strangely
Okay.
enough, that actually
Strangely,
is a word.
essentially,
Carboxylate.
what you're doing is you're taking the dried flour and you're
Okay.
like
Applying heat.
like roasting it almost and applying heat and getting all the like roasting nuts or like hazelnuts. When you roast it, gets all the nice oils going and it makes
Okay.
it taste better.
Carboxylate.
Carboxylate. That's the word.
Who'd have thunk it?
And this is Sunshine Bubble Kush by Figure.
Oh yeah.
That's all I have in here.
That's crazy.
Well, with weed, there's legitimate medical uses, whereas alcohol, there's less so. You can use it for anything from multiple sources of mental illness to also helping with things like appetite with chemo patients, as well as pain tolerance for people like me. So, I mean, like, because of my leg and the brain tumor, obviously I have headaches and pain in my leg. The THC helps numb that as well as the CBD. So, THC I usually use at nighttime to help me sleep, and I'll use CBD throughout the day. It just makes the pain tolerance a little easier, and obviously I also use it recreationally, but for the most part, it started medically.
Variety.
Yep.
Well, exactly. Or you may have like a collection, like I particularly like Belgian ales. So like Belgian Moon, Shock Top. I can't remember what the one at Montana's was, but Montana's has one that's also a Belgian ale. So anything that's in that wheelhouse, I automatically lean towards, which is why I also like indica, because I know anything that's within the indica family, I will lean towards inherently.
Just because it makes it feel.
So it's like
way.
it's similar to liking Irish whiskey over Scotch. You lean towards it inherently because you know you like it.
White over red.
Exactly.
That kind of stuff.
So with indica versus
Sweet
sativa,
over
it's I prefer
dry.
this effect over this effect.
So the white over red or like the sweet over dry, that kind in this case would be like the different kinds of terpenes that are in the different kinds of strains of weed. Because like
13 kinds.
I couldn't even
So if
list
somebody
all of
is new, what do they do?
them. Pick one. Start there.
Experiment
Experiment
with
because
small quantities because you don't know your tolerance, you don't know your preferences.
you don't know what you like, and the different terpenes do things.
Well,
for
not only
different
that,
people.
it's not only that. It's also your method of consumption.
Yes, and flavor profiles also.
Yes, there's a lot to it. It's
Like for
it's
example,
a little more complicated than alcohol, but it's a similar concept where the only real difference is your method of consumption.
Yeah.
The effect will inherently be the same. It'll just vary in its intensity and its longevity.
Like
Most
Jordan likes-
people's experience in alcohol is they're 15 and they down a Mickey of
Yes.
somebody's parents' vodka that's cheap and get drunk and sick and puke, and then they do it again, and then they have somebody's cheap beer, and then finally they refine their taste.
Well, and it's very similar, at least it was very similar when I was in high school, where it was 16-year-olds behind the bleachers at school and you're smoking whatever your buddy could get his hands on.
Yeah.
Whereas now, it's exploded into there's hundreds of different strains that you can legally access so long as you're the age of majority.
Yeah, and then you try one and you go, oh, this kind of has a gassy flavor. Not my kind of thing. I like ones that have a little bit more fruity sense to them. You know.
Well, to
Jordan-
contrast it, one of your favorites was Mango Haze.
I like mango
It
haze.
literally does taste like mangoes and weed, obviously, because it's weed.
And I say
My
taste
favorite-
like you inhale it and it's kind of like a.
My preference is I don't like anything that smells or tastes like weed.
Well,
Well-
my preference is sour diesel, and it tastes like what it sounds like. It tastes like weed and the smell of diesel.
But you're a mechanic guy.
Well, and because of my time in the military as well, because all the vehicles were diesel, it reminds me of being out in the field with all the boys. So us doing all of our dumb shit out in the field.
Yeah.
So
And
it reminds me of
usually-
that, and then I get the cerebral effect of it being indica.
Yeah. And usually like flavors are linked to different terpenes.
So we spotted some deer on our way down this way. Now we're gonna go back and see if they're there still. Yes. Hello there. Hello there. Yeah, I'm gonna run away now. Basically, this is New Brunswick. As far as the eye can see, it's rivers and hills and forest everywhere. Very little traffic. As you can see, we're stopped on a road here, and we're the only people here. So, power generating stations all over the place. Big river. Not sure what this river is called, but sure it has a name. Just breathtaking. It's the word for it, breathtaking. Anyway, dirty car, very dirty car. Traveled a long way. Hey, we traveled a long way.
We have 1,300 kilometers.
So yeah, we're just sightseeing today, checking stuff out. Just going down roads that we haven't been down ever and probably never be down again. But no, it's all part of the fun.
That's right.
Anyway, there's a bald eagle in the background. I can see the white on its head, but it's so far away. Come this way, buddy. Crazy. Where are we, Nick?
Grand Falls, New Brunswick. It's really cold. But that's cool. That's super cool.
Yeah, it's a sight to behold, that's for sure. There's a little bit of falls there. I guess in the spring they open those up and just let her rip. But pretty picturesque, that's for sure. I'm gonna cross the road here in a second and see what's up.
You ready? That's magical. So cool.
Winter Wonderland. All right, back to the car.
Yep. We tried.
Let's go. It's a cute little town though. Bridge was built in 1976. More traffic than we've seen so far. Oh.
Jane is right.
They're nice,
Everybody
eh?
is friendly here.
They actually stopped traffic to let us go by.
Did I tell you how nice and warm and cozy my knits are?
Nice,
In my
yeah.
home?
They're good. What about your new boots? Awesome.
They've been great. So it is 7:17 in the morning. We've been on the road for about an hour. How you feeling?
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little better drive than on the way here so far.
Knock on wood, yes. Supposed to get some freezing rain. That should be fun.
That's not gonna happen. We got this. So it's nice though, on the way here, by the time we got to Quebec, it was pitch dark and we didn't get to see anything. So hopefully we're gonna be able to take a stop in Quebec on the way back and maybe look at some old history and you know, see a little bit of the scenery that we didn't see on the way here.
So we are downtown Quebec City. It's actually a nicer day today. It's not -20 like it has been lately. And yeah, just came for a little walk around. And there's the fortification wall of old Quebec City, right up there. Apparently it's the most intact fortification north of Mexico. Not that it's very fortified because we got here no problem. Paid to park. Only cost us 12 bucks. But this is insane. We would not want to drop in the river at this time. Thoughts?
It's pretty.
It is pretty. This is neat, eh?
Sourire
get a nice little bachelor pad here for almost $2 million.
Imagine your patio right here and looking at that.
And hoping that one of those rocks doesn't fall on you.